Whenever you first enable Boxcutter, you'll see the D pie after pressing the D key, which is our initial pie that attempts to hold all the options that Boxcutter has to offer within one easy pie. However, over time we've realized that maybe a pie doesn't have to have so many options, so we've attempted to streamline this by creating a new pie called a simple pie. You can enable it under the behavior sprocket under display and simple pie. And once enabled, we can see that there's now a simpler pie. For this update, we've added support for grid, which was omitted from the last release by accident. So basically, if you're in Box, you can now quickly jump over to grid and just begin cutting a grid. However, in my case, I want to press T and adjust the thickness because it's out of control. And now I can just click and apply. I can also press D and jump over to wedge if I want. I can also turn off grid because I'm using wedge, and now I'm able to bring down a wedge relatively easy. I can press D, click on box, and we'll see that by choosing the same shape that you're already on, it'll actually reset the status of the shape. So let's say that we were both in grid and wedge in box right now. Well, we could actually just click on box and we see that it actually resets us back to a box state, allowing us to get back to work in a really quick fashion. So you can just quickly just jump to grid if you need it, use a grid, perform your cut, press D, press 1, jump back to box, and you're able to continue working. And this is the same thing across all of the tools. So basically, if you're an Ngon, regular Ngon allows you to draw like this. However, if we were to turn off cyclic, we see that we're now able to draw a line, and because it's a line, that means we could press T in order to adjust its thickness for whatever level we want our thickness to be, and then of course drag the extrusion dot to extrude and click to apply. But if we want to reset it back to just classic Ngon, we could just press D, click on 2, and we're back to just classic Ngon, allowing us to get back to work without having to go through a lot of options or menus and getting back to work all the much faster.